Hey everyone, this is Keith Scott from up in Sydney, Australia. I'm one of the voices of Bullweagle J. Roos. It's time to watch Relentless and Unstoppable. And so give it up for your main hosts, Douglas Kelly and Andy McPhee.
In the movie, it's in New York. So they went and shot a few plate shots and scenes in New York. Otherwise, we did all the snow here. And then it was all in and around Cape Town. Within an hour and a half drive of Cape Town, all the scenes were shot. The end scene where they pick up Beauty out of the stables where she's been behind a cart. That was in the city of Cape Town, and one of the parks that we have in the city. So yeah, all local here. I think there was just one scene shot in New York, 1 or 2 days of New York. Yeah, the rest is. I mean, we do a lot of movies in Cape Town, and very rarely are they for Cape Town. So we do, Paris or London or New York or Miami or whatever you like. We've got the locations here for it, and within a short drive as well. So it's very convenient.
Got it. That leads me to my next question, which is asked on behalf of some movie fanatics that I know, and I already know the answer to it, but I just want your interpretation of it. How do you film a movie in not chronological order, knowing that if you filmed it chronologically, you would have to take so many flights from one end to the other just to make it more organized? But conveniently, it's better to, film sort of in the place where you need to with all the scenes and then build it up. How does that process work?
Yeah, it's not easy. So many scenes you'll see in a movie where somebody walks into a house or walks in from an exterior location to an interior location, and then that interior location is actually a set that you've built somewhere else. So you'll go there 2 weeks later and pick up, mid-scene from that moment, and then continue like it was, like you just did it on location. It's tricky. You've got to remember where you were, what the lighting has got to match perfectly. The actors are the ones who have it the most difficult because they've got to match the temperament. And often you can start with the end scene of a movie and go to the middle, and then right at the end do the beginning. So it's tricky, but it's part of your experience to know where you are in the movie. If you've got a certain lensing choice where you start out with wider lenses and progress to tighter lenses, or vice versa. And so there's lots of production notes that are taken on the day. Costume and wardrobe has to be exactly the same. If there were the dirt on there, it has to still be there when I open the door, etc. So it's tricky, but not something we're not used to. I mean, sometimes you'll shoot a scene over 10 or 12 days, one scene, and there'll be sunshine, there'll be rain, there'll be wind, there'll be no wind, and you've got to keep the continuity of the emotion of the scene. If you keep the emotion right and the language of the camera right, then it can fit seamlessly together.
Definitely. So the movie touches on some topics in one setting and story that are very important in today's atmosphere, like, dealing with loss because Joe lost her parents to a car accident and she's forced to live with her estranged uncle who has a different profession than she would have wanted. And then she meets a black beauty and develops love, and that's the healing for them. And then also, her uncle has to take on that role of being a parental figure when he doesn't seem to have any children of his own, which can also be highly stressful. And then at the end, it's loss with, Beauty being shipped away and sold despite an agreement to only keep her as a lease horse. And then she's stuck with people that don't truly love or care for her until Joe years later comes to pick her up after realizing where she's at, and that's the happy ending. So How did you guys come up with that whole story of touching into those topics?
Gee, that's all we have for Relentless and Unstoppable. So tune into the next episode to hear more amazing stories from amazing guests. This is Keith Scott from Sydney, Australia saying so long, and I'm smarter than the average bear. Gee.
Jellyfish.